You're a German name.
Yuri, a German name.
I don't think
Nice.
I'm a German name.
That was pretty good.
You literally have a German middle name. You fucking fraud.
Also, Hannah, I don't feel like Yuri a middle name, Yuri a name, a German name. I don't think that Yuri a German name is getting the attention it deserves.
I don't know that name.
Yuri!
I dropped off all the things I love. Like I need a traffic jam to keep in touch. I can't focus on the words unless my hands are busy. I can't give up on the world or I'll leave this city. And it's way too broad what I'm trying to say, but I write it down and let it go. And it's hard to know all the words I need to explain my heart in a single note.
Hello, and welcome to Way Too Broad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculous, excitable grown-ups. I'm Hannah. This is episode 242, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Hello, Hannah. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, we're back at it. We're
Back
fucking
at it with your monthly dose of Way Too Broad. Get it when you get it.
You don't get upset it.
I like that.
So true. So true.
Yeah, because here's the other thing. Maybe we used to have more obsessions per week. Because some weeks I also felt like I was forcing it. And now it's like this week, Erin was like, hey, can we record this week? Because I have an obsession. And then I was like, I have an obsession. And we don't really care what Ben does. So we were like, let's record this week.
Yeah, I didn't respond until today that I could record today.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So
Yeah, on the edge of our seats and everything.
And we're all about to go on so many vacations. So I truthfully don't know.
we're actually going on tour. This is our announcement.
One at a time.
Kind of going on staggered tours. Yeah.
To very different places.
We're going almost exactly in shifts, I would say.
Yep. I'll be on tour next week, and then Erin will be on tour half of next week and half of the week after. And this is true right now, but by the time you're listening to this, we don't know, because we don't know when this episode's coming out. But
we actually don't know when this episode's coming out.
And we're not going to give you the dates that we're going to be on tour, because it doesn't matter to you, because we're not going to any venues or putting on any shows.
That's right.
Sorry if I misled you by using the phrasing, we're going to be on tour.
Yeah. I'm going on tour to the woods. Erin's going on tour to the beach. Ben's going on tour to a whole different part of the world. And then also another place after that.
Good stuff.
Nailed it.
Good stuff. I also love Hannah's exclusively been saying she's going to the woods. I think it's just like so vague. That's the vaguest.
Like, right outside of her house.
Yeah. That's
Which is really funny, because like beach is also vague, but woods feels vaguer somehow.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's the truth. I've been saying that at work too. And I think it gets across the fact that you can't reach me. That's really what I'm trying to.
That you'll be out of pocket.
Yeah, I'll be out of pocket in the woods. In the pocket. Yeah. I'll be in the pocket of the woods next week.
Out of the pocket of society. In the pocket of the woods.
In the pocket of the woods. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. You should write a poem called In the Pocket of the Woods.
Oh, you know what? I should pack a notebook, because I might get bored. I might get bored.
Do you guys know that I like always write a poem or two when I'm at the beach, and no other time in my life, but when I'm at the beach, I always write some poems. I'm just always inspired.
Wow.
That's so nice.
You love the beach.
I love the beach.
You go like a couple times a year. You go to a beach.
Yeah,
for a long time.
I hope to. Yeah. We're going for 2 whole weeks this year, spread out. So we're going next week, and then we're going in August with some friends. So exciting!
Oh wow, spread out, but not too much.
Not too much.
That's nice.
Not about a month apart. Not too much.
That's lovely. Can't freaking wait to be in the woods and at the beach. And wherever Ben's going.
And another part of the world, and then somewhere else.
Yeah, and then another part of the world, and then another separate part of the world. And then part of the world, you guys. I think a volcano eruption is the fart of the world. IMO.
I am going to a place with volcanoes.
Yeah.
This is the last
part of the world.
Receive.
Okay, so what are we drinking here? Let me see. Ben,
it's not something you can check.
Ben, what are you drinking?
I got big old cup of water because you know me. It's fucking hot.
It is hot. I know. It's hard to stay hydrated. Let me tell you. I'm
so true.
I'm drinking water, but with
no. Liar.
Water,
Erin, look at what she's calling water.
And there's water in it, I would hazard a guess.
Yeah, it's water with tea concentrate in it. so maybe it's tea? Yeah.
Yeah, it's tea, bud.
Erin, what are you drinking?
I just having some water and some grapefruit seltzer.
Did you put the seltzer in the water?
Why would you do that?
No, the seltzer is the water. Obviously. I should have made myself a mocktail. I've really been getting into mocktails recently.
Do you get like the fun, like the spirits that don't have alcohol in them? Or do you just use juice and stuff?
No. Yeah, water is the spirit that doesn't have alcohol in it. What seltzer is this? Yeah, by that I mean just like sugared seltzers. Nice. Maybe soda is what I mean by that.
Soda is a mocktail of types of kind of.
Well, it's like soda is a mocktail of types.
Soda is a mocktail of types of kind.
Of sorts.
Why does every other word that means the exact same thing sound so wrong?
It's so true. It's true. Like all kinds of things, all sorts of things, interchangeable.
Yeah, but a mocktail of kinds sounds stupid.
That's funny. Wow, we broke that wide open.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's a conspiracy, I think. Oh okay. Man. Oh my god.
Oh, I had something I wanted to post in Slack the other day, but I didn't have my phone. It was out of pocket. Why do we call Los Angeles LA, but we don't call Las Vegas LV? I feel like this is related.
That's a great question.
We don't call New York NY either.
Well, you can.
You can call Las Vegas LV.
That's true. It's just weird. Like, why is that? You know, it's just something to think about. Anyway.
Yeah, that's good. I'm really glad you brought that to this platform.
Yeah, thank you.
We have
write in if you have an idea.
I was just checking our email. We have won so many things.
Wow.
We won. We won an igloo. This graphic is so funny. Can you guys go to the email and click on the first thing in our email inbox right now?
I simply can't.
Okay.
I don't want to get a virus on my computer is the only thing.
It's just the email. It's not the, like, I'm not clicking links in the email. Is that still unsafe?
Yeah.
Maybe a little. It's just a picture. Anyway, it's
wow,
I simply do not have access right now.
Is amazing.
I'm just gonna take a screenshot. I don't have that screenshot thing on here. I'm just gonna copy.
I can take a screenshot.
Okay, thank you. It's from Igloo Trailmate. Message for Way Too Broad is the subject, and it's also from Dick's Sporting Goods, but only in the graphic. And it says, "You've been selected as our giveaway winner. Claim your prize now." And you can click on it, which I'm not going to do. And it's like pride themed in the back, so it's got like a rainbow across it, and then it says "Equality for All" in like a little rainbow circle behind
beautiful.
it.
Wow, this looks so real.
It kind of looks.
I'm gonna click it.
No, don't click it.
That looks like a nice cooler.
We also won another Igloo Trailmate cooler. This one, well, it's also from Dick's Sporting Goods, but totally different email address. Very suspicious.
What the fuck? How did we? Why is this the same scam? Like what?
And then we won a Harbor Freight. We won a 170 piece Stanley tool set. Brand new.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What have you been doing with our way too broad email, Hannah?
Absolutely nothing, but clearly it's been sold many times. Like I have noticed that these emails come in like waves. Right. Remember we were getting a bunch from Pink Cupid, and then they're still in here, and then we got a bunch from Russian Cupid. And
That's right.
Yeah.
And then there's like some Spotify stuff in here that's probably actually real. And now it's like Adventure Roads in our promotions. I don't know what that is. I've never clicked.
And you know what's really interesting about these 3 emails is that they're all the email addresses are like bunch of random numbers and letters at bunch of random letters dot on Microsoft.com.
Huh.
And it seems like it gets more ridiculous. Like it gets longer each one, except for the middle one randomly has Stephanie Keller X dot on Microsoft.com. Like it's just a name.
That's weird.
And then the most recent one is just obscenely long. I'm gonna put it in the Slack for you guys so you can,
it says
you can email it if you need to.
That's likely grateful.
Yeah.
Wow. Any real emails?
Oh, why did you send it as a link?
Not to make my favorite segment go any longer, but any real emails?
No real emails.
Yeah.
No. So sorry. But a lot of fake ones, so that's something.
It is something.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't think I have other upfronts that I've prepared. Do you guys have any upfronts besides all the emails that we got?
I
mean, stuff.
I don't think so.
Stuff does keep happening, but then it's already happened and you forget about it, and that's life.
I know.
You know?
I know. That is life. Life is so long, and you remember so little of it. That's a Hannah Brown original.
That's right.
So true. I've still been enjoying Zelda a lot, so that's my only upfront.
Yeah.
Recently, decided I'm not going to fast travel anymore for a while. It's forced me to just enjoy the world. Loving that.
Beautiful. Take your time.
Take my time. I just got a quest in Lurelin Village that is going to take me to Terrytown, which is very far away. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, long journey ahead of me. So excited.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I had a big gamer moment yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, which was that.
Poggers.
We love a Poggers, dude. We love a gamer moment.
Yeah. So I was, I'm in the New York Times mini crossword Slack channel in our family Slack, and I'm like always losing. Like there's, we post our times and somebody wins every day, and there's usually like 4 of us. It's like your 2 brothers, Erin, and then your mom and me. And one of them always wins. And yesterday, I posted a time that was over a minute, which is so long for the crossword. Like the day before that, Dom finished at 33 seconds and won.
Wow.
Right? But
nerd.
Yeah. But everyone else took longer than me, so I actually won yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
A true gamer moment.
Yeah.
Have y'all been playing Collections?
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. No,
York
it's
Times?
fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Molly and I do she does the Wordle during the day, then she likes to watch me do the Wordle at night. I don't know if that's TMI. And then we play. She likes to watch me play the Wordle. It's true. And then we play Collections together. It's just cute.
Yeah. It's like there's like 12 words. No, 16 words. 4 sets of 4.
Nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they have connections to each other. Mom compared it to code names, and I think that's really apt.
Yeah, it's kind of code-namey.
But like,
Ben, you should try it.
Single player,
I will.
Ben, you also might like Digits. Have you played that New York Times game?
No.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's nice. It's like a math game where it's like you have a number.
Fingers.
They give you a number, and then they give you 6 numbers, and you can divide, subtract, add. Multiply. I was having trouble remembering. And you want to get to the number
That sounds
that
fun.
they give you. It is fun. Molly and I used to do that. But we haven't played that in a while. Sometimes it's a little mathy.
Yeah.
For like the end of a day.
I imagine it's always mathy.
Yeah, it's like a little bit too mathy for the end of the day because it's like that's like nighttime. It's like we do the word. She watches me do the wordle. We do puzzle time, and we watch Tasky Masky right before bed.
Beautiful.
It's like the flow. Yeah,
You're watching the latest season on Prime.
it's got Mae Martin in it. Shout out! That's a great upfront.
Yeah.
Are you guys watching?
We watched the first episode or two with my parents the other day, but we're actually on we're on the season before still.
Oh, okay,
which is currently coming out on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So you can buy Tasky Masky Series 15 on Prime. It's got Mae Martin in it and a bunch of other lovely flips, and it's great. Yeah.
Something that did happen while we were gone, one of the many things, is Taylor Swift released her re-record of Speak Now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. And
it's great. I've been listening to it pretty nonstop, honestly.
I like the vault tracks the best, I think. And one of them is, Ben, you're not going to believe this. One of them is so gay.
Whoa. Yeah. No way, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah, when Emma falls in love.
She also has a song with Hayley Williams, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
Castles
I
Crumbling.
love Hayley Williams.
Yeah.
Do you know what's interesting about that song? And I learned this from TikTok because I was not, maybe you've heard of this, Erin, but before, in the early internet and like earlier fandom of Taylor Swift, these unreleased tracks were like traded like trading cards. Like people would be like, I have one that you don't have. Do you have one that I don't have? And they would like share files to each other. And so you had to like already have something unreleased in order to get something that was unreleased.
Why?
And you would hear about these unreleased tracks. I don't know why. I can't answer that. But you would hear about these unreleased tracks. And like, and for like years and years, people heard about Castle Crumbling or whatever, and about how it was like one of the best songs she'd ever written. And I actually think like it was maybe one of her first like written in that kind of like fanciful way that became more common for her in like the Folklore Evermore time frame. Like it doesn't sound so crazily out of place now, but it would have back then. Like I would have definitely, if I had a chance to hear it, I would have been like,
yeah, that's true. Like in the Speak Now days, for sure. Yeah, if she wrote it then.
But I thought that was interesting. And then eventually they ran out of material, and so people just became like hoarders of these like files, and like and then they lost relevance as like it became easier to just upload a file online and stuff. But
ain't that the way the economy just is?
Yeah,
supply and demand, baby.
Yep.
And yeah, that is an interesting hourder mentality.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I mean, I think those people sound
like
annoying.
Yes. Like, why not just share the cool music you have?
Yeah.
This is why.
Like that's a weird fandom thing.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Fandoms are fucked. Taylor Swift's fandom specifically is pretty fucked.
Yeah, I obviously I think I'm in the Gaylor fandom, obviously, but that's it. Definitely not in the Swiftie fandom at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're a lot. They're really a lot. But she does good music, so what you gonna do?
She does good music.
She does good music.
All right, should we pop in?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Baby Ben, what you got?
My obsession, folks. My obsession is I don't have much of one.
Oh.
So this isn't like a
anticlimax.
It's not like I'm super obsessed with this, but I have been really enjoying Hot Ones lately. So it's Hot Ones, which I think everyone enjoys.
Yeah.
But if you somehow haven't seen Hot Ones, I feel like most people have seen Hot Ones. But if you haven't seen Hot Ones, it's an absolute classic. It's an interview show. They interview celebrities, and they interview them as they're eating progressively spicier and spicier hot sauce on chicken wings. And it's just great because every person's reaction is so different to the various levels of spice. Some people have an absolute conniption. Shout out to the Jennifer Lawrence one that came out recently. You should watch that if you haven't.
I've just seen the clip.
One of the more extreme reactions I've seen to it. It's really
doesn't surprise me.
It's really hilarious. But then also Sean Evans, the host of the show, is like famously a very, very good interviewer and does like excellent research for all of, not just him, the whole team at Hot Ones does very good research for all of their questions. Like I think it was John Mulaney's that I watched recently, where at the end he was like, I haven't been asked any of those questions before in an interview, which is like saying a lot for people who are interviewed all the fucking time and probably asked, very similar sort of superficial questions. The one that I watched recently that really got me back into watching more of them was Louis Capaldi's. Are you guys familiar with Louis Capaldi?
Not really.
Oh, is he the Irish guy?
He's Scottish, but
singer?
He's a singer.
I think I've heard his song.
He's got he's got like a really, really amazing voice. I listened to a couple of his songs and I like them, but they are a little samey to me, but it's still like his voice is so good that it's just like
Someone You Loved. That's the one I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the I think it's the single from his like latest album that just came out.
Does that sound
He has a
familiar
Tiny
to you,
Desk
Erin?
concert that's quite good.
It's like, I was getting kind of used to being someone you loved, and now the day bleeds into nightfall. Does that sound familiar?
No.
He doesn't
Are
sound
you
like me at all. He's got
True, but that is how the song goes.
It's good. You would like it, I think.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know.
And he's hilarious, and he's also a huge fan of Hot Ones, which is like made it really enjoyable because he had like seen all of them, and he actually had. This is very early on in the interview. Is he like reveals that he and Sean Evans met years ago at a nightclub, and he like at that point was not very famous, but was a huge fan of Sean Evans and Hot Ones, and so was like fanboying over him, and had him record an intro to a like fake Hot Ones episode about him. And then, like, they actually had a Hot Ones episode years later, so it's really adorable.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I know this Louis Capaldi guy from Chicken Shop Date. I saw his
his Chicken Shop Date is also very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he said, he's like, I'm L, by the way. And she thought he said, I'm L, by the way. But he said, I'm ill.
Yeah.
But, like, I also thought he said, I'm L. It was so funny. I love Chicken Shop Date as a aside. So good.
Yeah, shout out to Chicken Shop Date also. Jennifer Lawrence also did that recently and was very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my obsession. It's Hot Ones.
Check out Hot Ones.
What are some of your faves?
Some of my faves, Paul Rudd, obviously, absolute classic that the meme came from. The Look at Us meme. Honestly,
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, excellent. Florence Pugh was very good. They did like just recently. They did Melissa McCarthy, then Jennifer Lawrence, then John Mulaney over the course of like 3 weeks. All three of which are really great. I love Melissa McCarthy. She's just hilarious. They also, I haven't watched this one yet, but I bet it will be good. They did Julia Louis-Dreyfus like a month ago. Yeah, she's a national treasure. Love her so much. And Jenna Ortega's is worth watching, if only to be impressed by how well she handles spicy food. It's like remarkable when you juxtapose it with other people's.
Ben, have I showed you one of my favorite like supercuts on the internet is Lord's like clip of eating Hot Ones? Have I showed you this?
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna do a screen share. This is like truly, I watch this all the time.
Okay, you should definitely watch the Jenna Ortega one.
Okay, cool.
It's very, very, very similar energy to that.
Love that.
Just Lord has like no New Zealand accent at all. What's going on there?
Oh, she does a delicious lunch.
I heard it for a second.
Barely.
I also don't know what the fuck a Scoville is.
It's Scoville.
It's the
That's
heat
the
unit.
unit of heat.
Oh, see that? She said that weird too. So there you go.
She did, but it's. Did she
I
like?
think
Has she
she's
spent a lot of
got a New
time
Zealand accent.
in the U.S. or something?
The only thing she said during that was that's nice. That's nice. That's a nice lunch.
Yeah, but it didn't
That's a nice
sound
lunch.
like a New Zealander.
I don't think you have been there.
Are you the fucking arbiter of New Zealand? Are you like what's the word I'm looking for?
the decider?
The
Are you the
gatekeeper of New Zealand accent?
No.
Is like rubber stamped by Ben.
I'm just surprised.
She said like 5 words. Like,
I know. Well, you can
long.
usually hear someone's accent pretty clearly from that, and I feel like I couldn't hear her accent.
I think sometimes, I mean, like, yeah. I heard it when she said, is it wise to double bite at this point? I don't remember.
So why is the double bite at this point? How's my accent? How is my New Zealand accent, Ben?
Ben, let us know.
It didn't sound like one.
So probably pretty good.
Yeah, probably pretty good.
Cool.
All right, shall we? Oh!
Shout out to Hot Ones.
Shout out to Hot Ones.
How you guys watch
So we should pop in.
the new John Mulaney special?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. I'm like, I haven't decided if I should. Like, I feel like he did a lot of
I've heard
shitty
it's
stuff
good.
all at once to his ex-wife.
Did you say I heard it's good and then you shook your head, Ben?
No, I mean
I
I
heard
didn't mean
it's
to. I
good.
didn't mean to shake my head, but I have heard it's good.
Did they talk about like his divorce or anything in the Hot Ones episode?
No.
Okay.
He said he hasn't been asked the questions before, so I feel like probably not.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I just like
Have you ever vacationed to the woods?
I just feel like I was very team. I don't remember his wife's name at this moment, but like I was very much like her team when everything went down. So now I'm like, do I want to give him the stream? I don't know, but I have heard.
You
it's
never know
good.
what happens in a marriage.
You never do. Anyway, yeah. Should we pop into me now?
Pop into you.
Yeah, welcome to you now.
Welcome to me now. Okay, I do have an obsession this week.
Yay.
This month.
Did you say yay or gay?
I said yay.
It's not particularly gay, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It's a
Then just yay.
Oh, gay.
it's a reality show about people trying to survive on their own in the wild.
It's called
Is
Alone.
it alive?
It's called
I mean, alone. Please excuse me.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yes. Ian called it alive last night too.
That's funny.
Have you guys
On
seen
purpose?
Huh?
I feel like I brought it as an obsession one week.
I looked because I also thought I remembered us talking about it. Maybe it was after the.
Yeah, no. Episode 222, my mouth is worn out from my sound bites lollipops.
Yeah. So you've seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I have a coworker who's also a big fan of it, and he was just telling me the other day how he was introducing his kids to it, and then his daughter, like after watching one episode, was like, "I want to learn how to shoot a bow and arrow."
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really engaging. Ian and I don't have very similar taste in television, so I watch a lot of stuff on my phone, or like we'll watch like there are a few things we watch together. This is one of them that not only do we watch it together, but we both get like really engaged with it while we're watching it. Have you seen what's the latest season? Like 9? Hold on, please.
Please hold.
Yeah, have you seen season 9, Erin?
Let me look.
They're in Labrador, up in Canada, in the woods.
Canada.
You might say, in the pocket of the woods.
Yeah. Let me see. I think so.
It's good.
Hold on. Where can I see the cast
Oh,
without getting any spoilies? Let's see. Season 9 cast.
it's on the History Channel, which is weird. Weird fit. Oh, there are
Yeah.
10 seasons, but
Season 10.
but
Let's see,
but I'm on 9. That's what's on Hulu right now.
No, I haven't seen 9.
Oh, I think 10 is still airing.
I've seen 8.
Yeah,
but
I
haven't
think
seen
8
9.
is the one that you brought as an obsession. And then
Yeah.
so you should check it out. So I'm not gonna like say anything specific that happened
on Hulu.
on Hulu. I've been watching it. Yeah,
Oh, I gotta tell Molly. Yeah, we love watching it together.
it's so fun. I mean, it is like also disgusting a lot of the time, but like that's part of it. So here's some stuff I like about it. It's really fun to watch with other people, as Erin and I have both just expressed. I really enjoy, after they do their like introductory thing, kind of taking a guess at how long they're going to be out there and seeing how close you can get. I mean, we don't like write it down or anything, but I like to pick favorites, and I also like to have nemeses. And there was this one guy who I guess I won't say what happened because it is a bit of a spoiler, but he, in his intro package, he was like, I have a warrior spirit, and so that's my edge. And I was like, oh, fuck this man. Immediately fuck this man. It like showed in the package like him like throwing around like a giant tire and like hitting it with a mallet or something, and I was like, this is stupid idiot behavior and you are annoying to me. And then he like
Stupid idiot.
and then he was like out in the woods like after a few weeks, and he was like, I can't wait for this place to try to break me. Like, I feel great. This place is providing for me. I'm loving this so much. And I was just like rolling my eyes so hard. And so like he was my enemy. And then I have favorites, and I love that. And you love to like catch up with everybody, especially at the beginning of the season. There's 10 people, and they're staying with each of them for quite a while. So even though the show's like over an hour, you only really see like half of them per episode. So like you'll almost forget what they were last up to, and then like they come back up, and you're like really excited to see them and like see what's happening. And I like to try to figure out just by what time it is when their segment starts up, whether or not they're in trouble. Because if you ever see a fucking timestamp that's like, oh, this person, it's 2 a.m., like you better believe they're getting sick. Something is shooting out of their mouth or their butt.
Or there's a critter. There's a critter.
There's a bear. Yeah, absolutely.
They record themselves.
They
right?
record themselves.
Yeah.
They're sent in with like a bunch of cameras and stuff, and then also
They're alone and alive.
yes. So yes, they are alone and alive. They're allowed to bring 10 things from home, and that's it. So and they can pick what those are. I'm sure there's limitations on what they can be, right?
There's a list
Truck.
on the History Channel.
Tank.
House. Yeah.
House.
You can bring like
Shed.
the list is actually really
Guest
interesting.
house.
Yeah, you can see a list of stuff that they're allowed to bring. It's really interesting because like you can bring like a bag of salt. There's like a whole participant gear.
There was a guy,
Anyway.
a guy who brought
Oh,
like
did
a
they like
big
did
block
they
of
like
Himalayan
pick from a
salt.
list?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, let me find
So
the
not
list.
exactly from home, Hannah. Why don't you get your info straight?
Sorry.
Yeah, let's see.
I don't know. Well, because in the little, it's an honest mistake because in their little like filmed packages that they do when they're all introduced and they like show them like loading up and leaving their family, they all have their big backpacks on already. So I thought it was from home. Sorry.
Well, it is from home, but it's like you can only choose from a list of items. Here, I'm pasting the link there. There's the
So
gear
everyone's
list.
right.
Redemption.
Wow.
I love
Yeah.
this. So yeah, it's crazy. And I think I remember talking about this with you guys when Erin brought it, because I think maybe I had seen some of it already. But another thing, I was actually just talking to my therapist about this today too. Another thing about it that I find really like, I don't know, I find it really interesting and really like almost like, I don't know, weirdly validating is like how desperate these people are to stop losing weight all the time. Like they are literally starving to death, most of them, by the time that they leave for whatever reason. But they all load on as much fat as they can before they arrive, and then they try really hard to keep on as much as they can, and they're always searching for fat, especially fat, like to help like supplement their like survival essentially in the wild. And it's always like, oh, okay, so like this is nice to see like why we evolved this way. And so it's just
Why we
really
have like set weights and stuff.
yeah, and why and like also it like there's this thing in modern medicine that I really hate the name of. I think it's called the obesity paradox, which is like life expectancies actually tend to be higher for people who are like obese in certain situations, like including like medical situations where maybe the medical establishment wouldn't expect that. And part of that is because if you're in a situation like, for example, you're doing chemo and you can't keep anything down for a period of time, you are actually in a much better situation if your body has fat to fuel itself. Like that's why people get fat. Like that's the point of it. So it's actually like it's adaptive in a positive way. I mean, it's not, like
And let me tell you, the people who go in heavier, like
they last longer.
do better.
Yeah,
they
do.
last. And like the people, I mean, not to be a spoiler, but like the people who are heavier usually are the people who win, because really it's about, they'll pull you if you're starving to death. And so it's basically, and everyone starves.
Yeah.
It's basically, the show is kind of basically like who starves, who like starves slowest.
Yeah.
It's kind of sadly the situation.
Whose
they would
body
all
can
die if
withstand
they were left
starving
out there.
for the longest, essentially.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Because they drop them in the fall in a place that is like cold always, and so like they don't. It's not like they have a long time to like gather materials or like hunt or whatever. And eventually, like a lot of the big game will slow down or start to hibernate or whatever. And so, like, eventually you just start running out of food. And then it's just kind of a waiting game of, like, who gets pulled last, essentially.
Why the fuck participants are responsible for sourcing and purchasing their 10 items? Why? That seems so stupid.
Well, I don't think you would want to go into a high-stakes, like, survival show and not, like, be in charge of bringing your own shit.
No, I know, but why do they have to purchase it?
Oh, true.
Like, source it, sure, but why do they have to pay for it themselves?
Yeah, it's a good cue.
Yeah.
It's a good cue. So,
it's a great cue.
The other thing I did want to say about it, because it's been on my mind a lot, is I find that a lot of people on the show will talk about how they, like, either they studied particular native cultures to learn things that help them in the wilderness, and that's great, and we love to see that. But they'll also say things like humans lived like this for thousands of years, and I'm like, I'm always like, no, they didn't, because humans have never been solitary creatures.
Yeah,
like they did not live like all those native cultures that you studied were dividing up labor, and they were like supporting each other and living together in communities. Like they weren't just trying to do every single bit of it themselves. So like, I don't like it when they say that, because it's not true. Also,
does like the show voiceover say that?
No,
Or
there's
like
not. There's not very much voiceover on the show.
There's
none.
not voiceover at all. There's like text.
Yeah.
That's
sometimes sometimes have you noticed? Sometimes the text will like shade the contestants as they're talking. Like one time, this guy caught a fish and a trout, and he was like, "That's a pretty good size." And then it like said a caption of like the size ranges of trout, and it was like so clear that this was a small one based on like.
Or they'll be like, "If this is this type of fish," and the caption will be like, "This is actually a trout."
Or
like fucking Ron Howard voice from Arrested Development.
Yeah, basically, except
It was not a trout.
It wasn't.
Or like the most ominous one is when they very often what the like text is saying is like some like it's in reference to something that the contestant is doing that is hazardous in one way or another. Like they're eating meat that's a little bit too old, or they're drinking water without boiling it, or you know, whatever. And like I would say maybe like 40% of the time, the thing that they're maybe less, but like you see that come up, and you know that immediately there's a chance that you're going to see that happen to them. Like you just know, because why else would they give you the caption? Sometimes they don't. I think they've actually gotten better about like not always telegraphing it in that way. So they'll like tell you about a hazard and it doesn't happen to them. But yeah, it's just fascinating. I just think it's really good and engaging. I could do without like them pointing the camera directly at the animals that they're skinning. Like I kind of have to look away for that stuff. But
Icky.
yeah.
Another pleasure of the show is like having a strong opinion about something you don't know anything about. Like I just like love like just judging them for things that like they absolutely know about better than you do. But like an example is like anytime a contestant decides not to bring like a flint stick or whatever, or like a fire starter, because they like, oh, they want extra room for another item like a shovel or whatever. You're just like this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Gonna, you know, but just like having your opinions around like, oh, I can't believe he did that. Oh, he spent his day, you know, foraging for berries. He should have been working on his shelter, right? Like, that's so fun.
It's true, and it gets worse the longer that you watch it. Like the more seasons you watch, because you like it's like you know what you would do, and they're doing it objectively wrong. Like this one guy spent this is pretty bad. This one guy this past season spent like a whole basically first week looking for where he was going to set up his camp, and didn't like he wasn't hunting, he wasn't building shelter, he was just walking that's pretty bad because that's using up a lot of calories and not finding any, and also not getting like your shelter ready. Like that's clearly bad. But that is kind of the back and forth interplay for everybody, is like finding the right balance between spending the energy to build a decent shelter for when it gets cold and spending the energy to find food and like get more energy that way. That is a really tough balancing act. And yeah, you do have like strong opinions about whether everyone's doing it right or wrong, which you're not.
Did you watch season 8, Hannah?
I don't know. I think I did, but I don't know.
Did you watch the season where someone built a boat?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is minor spoilers. Do you care, Ben?
No.
There is a season where this guy built a boat, and as he was building the boat, he was like, I don't remember, but he was doing something where he was like, oh, I don't need to check this, or I've never built a boat before. It was like his whole plan, and it was very clear. He was just like winging it, and we were just so judgmental about it. And then it was a really good boat, and we were so angry. Like the whole time, we were like, this fucking guy in his boat. And then
it break eventually?
It did, but it was a good boat, and we were like, oh, every time it came out, we were like, we're so mad at how good that boat is.
Why did he build a boat?
So he could go to the middle of the lake and fish, because it's basically like as it gets colder, it gets harder. The fish move out into the middle of the lake. So he went and he could like set hanging lines, and he could go like trawl and whatever, and it like worked pretty well for him. And we were just hating it.
Yeah. So I mean, I just really like it. I just find it really, really engaging. A strong recommend from both of us here,
and from my coworker.
Yeah, and from Ben's coworker.
Ben's coworker, of course.
Who told me a story from the show where a guy was doing really well and then just decided to leave because he missed his wife.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
That happens. Yeah, some of your favorites who were killing it are just like, yeah, I'm good.
I had like a really,
I respect the hell out of that.
I had like
honestly.
I respect that too.
All I'm gonna say is I had a really satisfying moment this season where I literally said out loud, I hope that guy gets Giardia, which is an intestinal parasite. And then he literally did the moment after I said that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Voodoo. Voodoo.
He wasn't even on screen yet. They were just doing his like opening card, and I was like, man, I hope that guy gets Giardia. And then he did.
I love that.
All right. That's it. That's my obsession. Let's pop into Erin now.
I got an obsession.
Yeah.
Anybody want to guess? Yeah, Ben, what's your guess?
Tetris Effect.
Tetris Effect! Have you guys played this game before?
No.
It's so fucking good.
You have it on the
I
Switch?
love
So
Tetris.
Oh my god. Ben, you have to get Tetris Effect. It's on the Switch. Basically, it's kind of like Stoner's Tetris. It's like got great music. It's got like beautiful visuals. It's very like tactile, very like the haptics are great. And it's just like really colorful, and the sound design is amazing. Like the soundtrack's incredible. As you're like, I can't compare it against like your standard Tetris because I don't know like how that do sound design wise. But it's like as you're going through the level, it's like very like spacey, very ethereal, very like as you go through levels, like your theme changes and maybe your block design changes, sometimes like really dramatically. And some levels, it's like the music, as you like rotate your shape or move your shape, it adds in like piano sounds or something that are directly tied to your movement, which is really cool.
Love that.
Yeah, it's super fun.
I love really good sound design in a game.
Yeah.
If
you love Tetris and you love
the experience,
Ben, you're gonna love Tetris Effect. I can't stress this enough. If you love Tetris and you love good sound design and you love like a beautiful like playing experience, you're gonna love Tetris Effect. It's on the Switch. Yeah, it's great. I haven't played it high yet, but I really want to because I think it would just be so wonderful. Just so beautiful. And there's when you complete a level, it's like and like all the things like shoot towards you in beautiful like light bursts. It's very wonderful.
Did it? It didn't come out on Switch initially, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I think is that game available for like VR or something too?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I just remember hearing about it, and
it was originally exclusively for PS4.
Yeah, and it was on
way back in
platform
2018
that I didn't have, and I was like, "Oh man, but this sounds cool. This is exciting that it's on Switch now."
Yeah, it's on Switch, and Tetris Effect Connected.
It's also on Amazon Luna, which is something I've never heard of until right now.
Wow! So you can
Fuck
check it
is
out there.
Amazon Luna?
What is? Do you know anything about the Steam handheld? Steam Deck.
Steam Deck?
Yeah, is that any good?
My friend has it. He really likes it.
Who are all these friends you keep talking about?
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Okay.
Another thing.
Fair enough.
So this game is like standard Tetris, but there's also a feature unique to the game. I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically like you press your like, I guess it's ZL. It's like as you're playing, if you're looking at the stills if you like look at a still, there's a little gauge that you fill up as you clear lines, and when it hits max, you can do it before, but it's best to wait. You can do ZL, and it basically like pauses the game, and then you try to clear as many lines as you can, and it gives you a bonus. So it's like a special thing unique to the game that they added. That's kind of a fun little extra, little something. Let me see.
Why is it called
what they
Connected?
call it.
Is there like multiplayer?
I think on the Switch you can. Yeah, I think you can multiplayer, but I haven't done that. Yeah.
Yeah, people compete in it sometimes.
Oh, cool.
I think.
I want this.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to have this.
Yeah.
I would like to have
I'd like to have this on my little handheld Switch.
Please, can I have this?
Please.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Erin, please, can we have it?
Yes, you can. You can just pay Nintendo $40 of your best dollars, and then you too can play this.
Do I have to give them my best dollars?
This gotta be your very best dollars.
No.
Okay.
Did you guys know about Tetris and PTSD?
No.
No.
What is there to know?
Yeah. So let me.
What if you're just like, that was just asking us if we knew about PTSD and what that was?
Yeah.
It was not actually.
I was
Tetris?
just.
Yeah. Do you guys know about
check
these
this
two
out.
unrelated concepts?
You guys know about those? So, a single dose psychological intervention, which includes using the computer game Tetris, can prevent the unpleasant, intrusive memories that develop in some people after suffering a traumatic event. Researchers have been able to demonstrate how the survivors of motor vehicle accidents have fewer such symptoms if they play Tetris in hospital within 6 hours of admission.
Wow.
After having also been asked to recall their memory of the accident. The results of the study, which were conducted by researchers at Karolinska Institute with colleagues at Oxford University and elsewhere, are published in the Molecular Psychiatry. Yeah. So basically, like, administering Tetris soon after a traumatic event can, like, reduce your PTSD symptoms.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Cool. Yeah.
Video games save lives.
It literally. I wouldn't recommend playing Tetris while operating a motor vehicle, but should you get into a car accident, just make sure you have your Switch on you and administer Tetris at that time.
Is that called the Tetris effect? Is that where they got the name for the game?
I don't think so.
No. Because I thought, okay.
There is a Tetris effect. I'm looking at a Tetris effect. There's a Wikipedia article on Tetris effect. Tetris effect occurs when people devote so much time and attention to an activity that it begins to pattern their thoughts, mental images, and dreams.
Yeah.
That has definitely happened to me.
I call that brain
this week.
rot. Like when I was playing a bajillion hours of Zelda every day, and I went to bed thinking and dreaming about Zelda and woke up thinking about Zelda, I had Zelda brain rot.
Yeah, but I think like stuff like Tetris, and it used to happen to me with Minesweeper or with like some of the computer card games you can do, it's a little different because of how repetitive visually those games are. I think like, so they start to like take a, like, it's not just like you think about them a lot, it's like you see them in your head constantly, including when you're dreaming or you're just walking around and like stuff starts to look like Tetris or like Minesweeper or whatever. I've had that in a lot of games.
Yeah.
Especially when
for
you play them, like right before bed, which I used to do every night. Yeah. Cool. Could I please get this game?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Just your best dollars.
Okay. All right. I'll do it. I will do it.
Your best dollars.
I don't know if
I think it's called a zone.
A zone?
Yeah. The thing I was describing was like the zone mechanic is unique to Tetris Effect. You fill up your zone meter by performing line clears, and then you can trigger the zone or gravity temporarily stops, and then but you can still lock the pieces in, and any lines cleared are pushed to the bottom of the playfield. The zone ends when the time meter runs out or the player tops out, because it's like they're adding to the bottom and then your line gets pushed up. And then after that, the completed lines disappear from the bottom of the playfield with an explosion. And then they basically like stack up and you get like that bonus point.
That sounds like
it's
some
nice.
drip drip.
Yeah, strip drip for sure. And it's really nice too if you're getting in a pinch where things are getting really fast, and you basically can like treat it as like a pause mechanism where you can like clear some lines to like get your life back in order, right? Get your fucking life together, man.
I love that.
So
I want to play it.
Yeah, it's great. Please play it and report back, yo.
Okay.
It's so good.
All right. Excellent. All right, let's do homework. Great obsession, Erin.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
I want to play it. All right, Ben, what's your homework?
Watch Hot Ones. Honestly, just go to Google Google on YouTube Hot Ones, celebrity name of a celebrity you like. They probably did one. A lot of people have done them at this point. There's 21
they love
seasons. And if that doesn't come up, watch some of the ones I mentioned earlier. Pedro Pascal's a great first one because he's a delight. Love that guy. Florence Pugh also a really good first one because also she's great. But there's many others and they're all really good. So just go fucking watch it, you idiot.
You got it.
Nice. Are any of you on Threads?
Nope.
No.
And I won't be.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I have not been using Twitter for like months or maybe years at this point. And like, it's made my life, it's either been neutral or positive for me to not have it.
Yeah, I wasn't really on that many social media platforms before. It was really basically just Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter anymore either. And it's great to not be on social media.
Yeah.
Rocks.
I think I deleted my Twitter account even before the whole Elon Musk situation, so not to be
Huge.
like a hipster.
You did. Mine is still
I don't
there.
think I even deleted my account. I just logged out of it everywhere.
Yeah.
And don't use it.
Yeah. Same as Facebook.
Not going to give him the daily active users, the fucker.
Yeah.
That's right. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. People just seem to be liking Threads, but it's like, I don't need it. I just don't need it.
Nah, I don't need a meta product in my life also.
And however
So true.
nice it is now, it's not going to stay that way. You just know. I think the main thing right now is that it's so young that they don't even have ads on it. Like they just launched it, you know, ASAP to get all those people who were being rate limited on Twitter. But it's going to have ads. Believe you me.
Yeah, of course it is.
Have asked.
It's going to have ads. Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I will get it then.
For the ass.
Check out Alone. It's on the History Channel. You can watch it on Hulu. You can watch it on Netflix. You can watch it on the History
On
Channel.
both? Really? That's weird.
Yeah, but I think Hulu has I think Hulu has season 9. Netflix doesn't. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like
season
That seems to be Hulu's thing to have like the most recent seasons of stuff.
Yeah, and like have them the day after. Yeah, it's annoying as a platform ever since the redesign, but it's not the worst streaming app in my life. So,
What's the worst streaming app in your life?
Probably Peacock
I don't think I have that one.
Why?
because they don't have a lot of stuff.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's not a bad experience.
Actually, you know what was the worst one, like the worst app for a while for me was HBO Max.
Yeah.
Really
Absolutely.
was
Yeah,
so shit
it's slow
every time.
and-
It's still
Yeah.
I think since they made a new app and just called it Max for some reason, it's been a little better. Also, we got a Chromecast recently, and so we were like using the smart TV directly, and that was better. But that was just because the Chromecast was faster than our shitty old TV.
But Max has a real issue with like just auto playing the next episode of a fucking series you're watching correctly.
Yeah, I mean, we would have a problem where like every time we started an episode of something, it would consistently be like there's an error and have a pop-up saying like the only option was to exit the show, but the show was playing in the background fine. Like every time when we first started HBO Max, this would happen, and we'd have to sometimes quit the app, reopen it, and start the show again.
You know,
that hasn't happened in a while, so that's good.
I'm thinking of all of the worst streaming experience I've had. They actually all have been on Hulu, and I think Hulu was the origin of when our screen said blem occurred.
It is one of the worst ones. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. In fact, when we were watching Steven Universe, it would we realized later, it skipped entire episodes. Like we would be like, which was kind of hard to tell with a show like that.
Yeah.
But we would be like, what are they talking about? And then we would go back and it would just have just completely skipped an episode.
It does do shit like that.
Yeah.
It does. Oh, but lately Netflix has been also fucking up for me. Like it will I will click on and I will be watching one thing, I'll click another thing, and it'll be like, okay, let's watch that, and then it just pops up the thing I was just watching. Or like,
really?
It will like, I'll be on like season 3 of like I Think You Should Leave or whatever, and then it will just loop me back to whatever the last watched episode of season 1 was, instead of autoplaying the next episode.
Weird.
Or if you've never watched a series, it'll start you at the beginning of the most recent series, and you're like, shouldn't you start me at season 1?
Yeah.
You know?
Huh.
I did think it was
sad because Netflix, I feel like, has been the tried and true in terms of the app itself for a while.
Yeah.
So that sucks that's now going to shit a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did think it was bold of HBO and Max to switch over to the Max platform. It was basically the week of the Succession finale.
I know, they did it the day of the fucking Succession finale.
I know. I was like, that's, as a person in software, that just feels like I would wait just 1 week.
That's totally.
It seemed to go well.
I bet you the engineers on the team absolutely did not want to do that, but the marketing people wanted to make sure people downloaded the new app.
I mean, that is
what so they wanted to do it during the big finale.
Yeah, same.
So maybe they were right.
But it went well. Yeah.
Erin, what's your homework?
Oh yeah. I don't remember. I know, it's playing Tetris Effect. It's so good. I did have a really confusing conversation with my brother, one of my brothers, because I was telling him accidentally, I said I was playing Tetris Attack, which is a fantastic Super NES game that our family really enjoys. And I was like, oh, I'm playing Tetris Attack. And then he was like, for some reason we got on the topic of he's like, yeah, well, it's not really like Tetris. But in my mind, I was thinking Tetris Effect. And I was like, no, it's Tetris. And we were having this back and forth of he was like, well, no, it's not the same mechanism. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure it is. But it was because I said the wrong thing. So anyway, Tetris Effect is the game that you want. And it's great. It's on the Switch. 40 of your finest dollars and you'll be in heaven.
Amazing. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for listening. You can call us or text us at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
Tell us what your obsession is this week. Don't look for us on Twitter. I'm taking that out. Oh, I'm Hannah Entercats on TikTok. We are on Instagram, Way Too Broad, and on TikTok. Not doing much, but I'd rather you find us there than on Twitter. You can email us, send us some emails that are not sweepstakes things, unless you want to send us a real sweepstakes win. That'd be fine.
I'll take a sweepstakes.
Yeah. waytoobroad@gmail.com. And if you missed saying that, you can find all of our contact information, a bunch of other stuff at our website, waytoobroad.com or waytoobod.com or nameyourselfjame.com or nameyourselfjameegan.com or jameegan.com for anything you want.
Thank you.
Earnben.com for anything you need. Maxfun.org for a cute dog on a boat. Is he at the beach? Is he on a lake? We don't know. We don't know that. Go check out friendsofthechaos.bandcamp.com for lots of great music. They wrote our intro and outro theme. And
maxfun.org is not open anymore.
No.
Max.
Wow, tragic.
Oh.
Did I feel like I downloaded the HTML somewhere.
Oh, hell yes.
So that we can just revive it. So stay tuned.
Okay.
We can go to the Wayback Machine.
Sorry about Max. I hope that doesn't mean
true.
he died or something.
It just says website enabled. Domain owner may log in to control the panel to manage this website.
Yeah. It kind of makes me wonder if they like shut it off on purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. You know what? That's the circle of life. So, okay. I didn't light the podcast candle, but consider it extinguished.
Lit.
Oh. Bye-bye.
I feel like I did download these.